Hello, welcome to another Schtick Live. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We're gonna start like right on time for once. I'm ready to rock, so I hope you guys are too. So let's see. I've been doing this for about a year now. My name is Seth Payne. I'll be your host tonight. I'll be doing a little comedy at the top of the hour here, and then we've got an amazing cast of comedians after me doing some sets, so it should be really fun. If there is someone that you came to see, I would suggest that you unmute yourself so you can give them some laughs. Other performers, if you want to mute yourself during the set and give some laughs too, it's awesome. It's better than telling jokes to complete silence. Also, in turn, if you're doing some stuff, if you're like rummaging around or someone starts yelling at you while you're watching, I might mute you just because I didn't want to be distracted. That's the only reason. I still love you. Thanks for being here. All right, what else? We have tonight's, the show is totally free, which is rad. Like I said, I've been doing it all year long. It's great for social distancing. It's great for people trying out new bits and just, having a good laugh given this madness of a year. And the show is free. So basically, I have a PayPal set up. I'm going to post it right now. Here we go. Boom. Oh, nope, that was some math. I'm going to do it to everyone. Here we go. Yeah, in the chat. Feel free to donate whatever you want. Consider it like if you went to a show in person back when that used to happen, and you bought some drinks and it helped keep the lights on. All of the money that we donate, all the money that you donate tonight, I'm going to match, and then we're going to donate it to the Annoyance Theater here in Chicago, because I feel like it's an awesome place that's still keeping their lights on. They're hanging through this year, and hopefully we can all go there again in the future, like what they're about. They're awesome. So that's going to be our little holiday donation. Okay. All the formalities are out of the way. Let's get to the jokes, huh? I'm going to try some new stuff. Let's see how it goes. Okay. It is the end of the year. So I figured since we have January starting again, come up with a new bucket list. Figured we'd look back at what my bucket list was back in January of 2020. So let's see. On my bucket list was take classes at IO. Didn't get around to that. Okay. Perform more live comedy. All right. Put up a one-man show. This is kind of a one-man show. I will allow it for me. Explore other job alternatives. Yeah, when I lost all 3 jobs in February, I did have to explore a little bit. Learn how to cook an egg. That one I did do, and it is very easy. I don't know why I was making that such a big deal, but I can check that one off. Travel to Italy. Not this year. Okay. Go to the park more. I mean, I did go to the park probably more than normal. I think we all did. Go to more music festivals. Not at all. And then get out of the house more. There was more to the list, but it's just going to be more depressing. So let's move on. Let's see. So I like to personally... let's see. So basically every month I have to send my pee to the company that I work for. It's not required. I just don't like my job. So I just like to send them my tip. Okay. I watched a lot of porn this year, and I think we all have. Maybe it's just me. Kind of disappointed with the lack of masks in all the new porn. Not because it's like a safety thing, just I'm really into masks, so please up that. Let's see. If you have sex with somebody in an Olive Garden, is it considered incest? The second part to that joke was, what are you doing, Italian stepbrother? And that might only be for people that watch live porn. Okay. Tough year to be in an Ozzy Osbourne cover band. Am I right? Yeah. I like podcasts because I really like being mansplained to. I don't know if that's a good joke.
That was funny.
Although I do think mansplaining is like a little like gender specific. I think it's 2020. I think we could just call it splaining. If you guys could explain to me, that would be great. Joe Rogan has a lot of splaining to do. Okay. Those are my new jokes. I'm not doing any old ones. I've been doing a lot of the same ones lately. So those are the new ones. As a bonus though, added bonus, I'm going to do in light of, or in honor of David Letterman, we haven't had a top 10 list in a while. So I formulated a top 10 list just for this special show. So I'm going to share my screen. You guys let me know if you're seeing it. Are you seeing it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Here we go. Maybe. Nope. Oh, man. There we go. All right. This is the top 10 ways to get COVID in 2020. Here we go. Ready? Coming in at number 10. Going absolutely buck wild at the International BatCon potluck. Bat joke. All right. Number 9. Winning at a licking as many mascots as you can contest in Times Square. Am I right? Gross. Okay. Number 8. Wet kisses from grandma. Number 7. Taking body shots off the locals at Dave and Buster's. Who hasn't, you know? Number 6. Partying with the cast of the Jersey Shore in Italy for St. Patty's Day 2020. Oh, boy. That was a good season. Coming in at number 5, wearing a pair of Pink's used panties as a mask into a 7-Eleven to buy smokes on a dare. Not a good way to get it. Number 4, having an okay threesome with Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson in the Outback. I really like just reading this and announcing it. Number 3, partaking in a good old-fashioned spit orgy at the annual Swingers Conference in New Orleans. That I don't know if the spit orgy happened, but that Swingers convention did happen. Look it up. Number 2, an unmasked stranger asked if your breath smells. So you pull down your mask to take a whiff and confirm it does in fact smell. And now you have COVID. Coming in at number 1, being crowned the COVID party king at the Beta Rush Mixer at the University of Alabama, thanks to your incredible flip cup and ice luge skills. And that is the top 10 ways to get COVID in 2020. Thank you. Okay. That was extremely corny and I loved every minute of it. So I might do more of those. We'll see. Totally copped it from Dave Letterman. That being said, my comedy portion's done. You guys ready for your first comic of the evening?
Woo!
Yeah, we got some woos. Sweet. All right, let me get the music up so that we can bring them in style. Ooh, there we go.
Hey, Seth.
Yeah.
I think there's people stuck in the waiting room.
Oh, is there? Oh my gosh. You're totally right. There we go. Sorry, people. I'm going to disable the waiting room. Thank you. I thought I had everybody in there. You think I would know how to do this by now? Okay, we got people in. Welcome to the show. All you missed was me making fun of COVID. That's pretty much it. Our first performer of the night, if you guys are ready to rock and roll, which I think you are, is going to be Maddy Lanning.
Woo!
Maddy!
Oh man, let me remove my spotlight. There we go.
Hey, what's up? It's me. Seth, thanks for having me. Love this. So we'll just jump right in. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was still on mute. Good for me. So my dog Fred, he's a yellow lab. He's pretty crazy. He's 2. He sprained his tail from being like too happy, is what the vet said. He wagged it so much that he basically just like sprained it, and it's called limp tail syndrome. And his tail like shoots down like at a 90-degree angle now, like the base of it's totally fine, and then the rest of it just it's like a limp dick.
Oh.
Yeah, he's fine, but like I was like, do we need to do anything? And the vet was like, no, it's chill. And I was like, doesn't seem chill, but okay. So that's just something that kind of happened today. So when I was in 3rd grade, we had this assignment to write our own version of this book. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of it. It's called Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Anyone? If you haven't read it, highly recommend.
Yeah.
It's basically about this kid who has like a really shitty day. Like everything just goes wrong. And our assignment was a little different because we were supposed to have like a really great day. And I take a lot of issue with this assignment looking back because like, I think if we all could have learned a lesson in like worst case scenarios, that probably would have been really helpful to have a little more of a realistic take on the world. And my mom has this book displayed at my parents' home, so like everybody sees it. I also got the Teacher's Medal of Honor, so I mean, do with that what you will. I'm going to read you some excerpts from my own book because it's really a page turner, if I do say so myself. But I just kind of wanted to talk about a few of the shared experiences Alexander, who had the really shitty day, and I have. So first things first, this kid wakes up and he has gum in his hair because he fell asleep chewing it. And this literally happened to me. So when I was in 6th grade, I chewed a piece of gum, fell asleep, woke up, clumped into my hair. It's picture day. And my pictures for 6th grade are like this. So one side of my hair is really long and the other is not because my mom cut it. My mom's a nurse. She's not a hairstylist. So Alexander, I feel you, buddy. So then after this whole thing happens, after Alexander, he gets the gum out of his hair, apparently. I'm not sure how. They didn't go into detail about that one. It's left up to mystery. He says, my teacher, Mrs. Dickens, said she liked Paul's picture of a sailboat better than my picture of an invisible castle. So the kid's really lazy. I can't really say much else about that one in his defense. I'm lazy too. So I just kind of, that was more of just an emotional connection for me when I was rereading this book. And then Alexander has a pretty big cluster with the next part of his day. So he goes to his singing class and his teacher's like, hey man, you're singing too loud. And for all she knows, she really just told the next Ed Sheeran to shut the fuck up. Okay. So, I mean, we've all been told to shut the fuck up by a teacher, I'm sure. And whether they do like the silent finger like this, or they do the quiet coyote, it's all the same. Just shut the fuck up. I mean, these are like, it's the universal symbol for shut the fuck up. So thanks a lot, Mrs. Dickens. And then the last similarity I found was that his best friend, Paul, says he doesn't want to be friends with him anymore, which is kind of a shitty thing to do, Paul. Yeah, it's tough. And Paul gives Billy Parker his extra cupcake at lunch, when usually that cupcake would have gone to Alexander. Happier times, I guess. And this Paul sounds like a real douche canoe just from the entire book. And I know that's happened to everybody. And maybe it wasn't a cupcake. For me, it was a Paramore concert ticket, but I mean, maybe everyone should just think about what their friendship cupcake was, kind of reminisce on that. Alexander tells Paul in response to this that he can go sit on a tack, which is hilarious. And it's also a threat. And it kind of reminded me of a home video I recently watched with my family where you can hear me whisper to my cousin that I'm going to push her down the stairs. So, you know, his is completely warranted. Mine, not so much. My book is kind of the definition of toxic positivity, I would say. It's called Maddy and the Absolutely Wonderful, Incredible, Not at All, Very Good Day. So this kind of set me up for years of disappointment. I can't manifest my way into a great day, even if I write a whole book about it and get a teacher's medal. So the first thing on my list, this is basically the short list. I wanted to be as tall as my friend Nora, and I'm really short. So this is a picture of me and Nora. I'm as tall as Nora. That's what that says. And she used to be the center on our basketball team when we were in 3rd grade. And I got kicked off the team. I got benched because I had anger issues and I couldn't get around the other girls because they were much taller than me. So I chucked the ball to the crowd of parents and hit a mom in the face. So I wasn't allowed to play anymore. And then I also wanted to become the first female president in 8th grade. And somebody really should have called that out. There was never a chance of that one. So, and then it kind of ramps up from here. So the rest of the day is pretty normal. I want like to find a toy in my cereal. Like I just want to do some normal stuff. And then I get to school and basically it sounded like I had wished that someone had abducted my teacher and shoved her in a closet. And we find her in the closet in my book. She's fine. She's unharmed. But my question is, when my 3rd grade teacher read this about herself, why didn't she edit it out? We probably did about 4 or 5 drafts of this. And she was like, you know what? This looks good. That's fine. So I don't know. I wish for the most normal day on the face of the planet, aside from possibly abducting my teacher. So, and then just to close out here, here's about the author. This is me.
Oh.
I didn't need those glasses. I just pretended like I did because I thought they looked cool. Yeah, that was it. I was 8 years old when I wrote the book. So thanks, guys.
The weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Man.
Man.
Oh man. Yeah, that was awesome. Your veterinarian said chill. Seems pretty cool.
Yeah, he was like, nothing to worry about. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll trust you.
That guy parties. Your dog is amazing though, and I hope his tail feels better. Speaking of people feeling better, we have another comic coming to here, and she did stand up for the first time 2 months ago, I want to say, on Schtick Live, and she absolutely knocked it out of the park. So let's go nuts for Ray Morgan, everybody.
Woo!
Right. And I've got me some corn for fun.
Oh, look at that room.
Okay. And now let's lower those expectations. Woo! Turn back on down. You don't know me. I could be horrible. Okay. So actually, it's going to be a weird transition from elementary school. I want to talk a little bit about sex today. I know I look like I'm in the last possible location to do something like that. I am in my friend's childhood bedroom. My family's like super open, very open-minded, free. I've seen literally all of them naked at least once. So it's a safe space. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about sex, add a little spice to our Tuesday evening, get things going. I do want to start though by saying that the concept of sex is a little fucking insane. You might have thought this too at one point. The fact that we are like, oh, I'm attracted to this person and consequently I want to like them and like put things in their holes. It doesn't really add up. So I think it's really fucking weird, and we'll start with that. First point done. Second off, this is mainly for the woman, just a little woman on woman chat. I guess it kind of covers a lot though, and probably, okay, either way. So I feel like we have collectively somewhat decided that sex should sometimes feel like we're about to be murdered, you know? Like I'll just get off the feeling that like, oh no, like I might be murdered. And so for me personally, I'm like usually afraid of being murdered. And so and usually when I feel that way, I don't feel super great. So I feel it more, especially when someone's about to like lick me and put things in my holes. I know to this because like me hearing myself, I would be like, well, not everybody's like that. You're generalizing, whatever. But no, went through a breakup. Oh, I think one of my friend's parents is right there. Went through a breakup in June. Since then, have I've banged 6 dudes, not one like, per month. It's actually all in like 3 to 4 week span. And every single one of them tried to choke me at one point. And one tried to choke me. I was like, nah, not into it. And he tried to pull my hair. And I was like, nah, not into that either. And he's like, oh, you don't like peace? I was like, yeah, I don't like being strangled. Like, that's not my kink. Anyway, that was fun. So I've been doing data. And so I have a good collection. And part of me though, I kind of want to like keep banging just to measure that one thing, like just to see how far it goes. Drive through. And then when they're doing that, like pay for the car behind them. You're like, how many people will this happen? No, stop. So I kind of want to do that. But nonetheless, it is this June. To someone who chatted in the chat, it was this June. So whether that's impressive or not, your call. In general, though, I don't know, sex is just weird today, or at least it's been weird to me, or weird with me, the things I've kind of experienced, the shit that's happened with people. I think one dude who had a tattoo of Lauryn Hill right here, like this big. There was a lion. Here was Lauryn Hill. And I banged a dude who had a you know, the polo little horse guy, how it's like on the shirts right here, or I don't know which way. He had that on his skin. That was his tattoo. And he was more embarrassed about that than the guy with the Lauryn Hill tattoo. Another one, I hooked up with this one dude, and he was uncomfortable when like he only wanted to be pleasuring me. Like he was uncomfortable when I wasn't being pleasured. So like he went down on me, good time. And then I went to go down him, and he like just gradually became softer. And I was like, did I do something? What's up? And he's like, no, I just want to be touching you. Like he was only attracted to that. But what sucked was when he would go down on me, he was like very smiley guy. And so he would smile while it was happening.
No.
Really wide mouth. And just with the lighting, he kept looking at me like Jack from the movie for Christmas, you know, like that smile. I kept not seeing it. And so that was tough too. Anyway, though, nonetheless, I've kind of been doing this reflecting, as you can see, on recent times, and there's a reason for that. I've recently had somewhat of a big revelation. Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention this last one. There's another dude on Tinder. I actually haven't met him, but he's messages me every day with a new amount of money he'd pay to eat my ass and go down on me. Right now it's $375. I haven't replied yet. I might at one point. Anyway, moving forward, big revelation. So it's shaken my sex life to its core. It's been a big thing for me. As we know, breakup June, quarantine, I only recently just learned how to masturbate. I know though, like I know the deal of it all. Like I know, like, you know, like the process, we're touching ourselves, moving things, there's speed factors, all that. But what I mean is like in terms of like, oh, I do this and then this and then this and then bang, like every step of the procedure. I've never had that down like to a T as much. And it's just since then made my life like my sex life, also known as my life, way too like easy and lazy. Like at most I just have to make sure that I like wash the Ritz cracker crumbs off my fingers and then I'm good. But it's weird because I get on this autopilot, kind of like dicks down autopilot where I just like I'm used to just like having people come over. But right now it feels like I just got my pilot's license and hooking up with someone would be like me like in a plane turning back and being like, oh hey, you passenger, come on up, take the wheel. Anyone can do it. And they can't. I couldn't for a very long time. So it's weird. It's weird kind of dealing with that. I did have one mishap. I was on my autopilot. Horny me makes a lot of issues for non-horny me. Where I'm like, oh, what the fuck did I send? And this one dude came over. And when it got to it though, when it got to this part, you know, big revelation that's already happened. So when I got to the thing, I'm a very direct communicator when it comes to sex. So I told him what I just told you guys. And I followed it with, so I don't really know what your role is here. And it didn't go well. I will provide no extra info on how that went, but just know it did not go great. So overall, I think I'm gonna take a break from hookups for a while, kind of embrace this phase of being a 13-year-old pubescent boy. And I don't know, maybe when I come back, people won't try to murder me anymore. Or I'll be into it by then. Who knows? Anything can happen. So that's all I have.
Keep it going for Ray, everybody.
Woo!
I gotta go apologize to my friend's family.
There we go. Oh man, Ray, getting real with it. I appreciate it. It's awesome. I often ask, what am I doing here when I'm hooking up with the women that choose to so I feel that. That was awesome. We're gonna keep the energy going. So excited for this next person. Oh, real quick, for people that joined when I forgot to leave the room open, feel free to donate. This money is, the show is totally free. So any money that you donate during the show to schtickcomedy@gmail.com on PayPal, it's gonna go to Annoyance Theater. Try and keep them open. They rock. I love them. We love them. So fun, very cool, safe place, I feel like, for comedy and just for hanging out in Chicago. So hopefully we can keep them open through all this craziness this year. All right, that's my last plug. Let's keep moving along. She's been on here a couple times, seen her perform at Annoyance, see her perform all over the city. She's hysterical. Get ready. we're gonna go absolutely nuts for Joanna Clark.
Joey.
Do some Jenny Bora while I try and spotlight.
Oh, hi. Here I am. Okay, so I've been on here a couple times. I've never done anything like this before. Can you guys hear me okay? I know I'm sitting very far away.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a yes. So my roommate has been gone for like 2 months, and so I've been alone for a very long time. And as part of that, I kind of thought I'm gonna pick up some of the things that I've been wanting to do. And so I've really wanted to learn the piano because I'm a huge musical fan. I love musicals. I don't know how to read music, but I taught myself. And I started with, I got Les Mis, easy piano, and I'm just a huge fan. And so as I was working on it, I kind of actually, I don't know, one of the songs really resonated with me, but I don't know, I kind of applied it to my single life, and it ended up becoming a spin-off of Les Mis called Les Jizz, and I think Ray might resonate with you. Keep in mind, it's been a long time since I sang. Let me just make sure, can you hear me?
Yes. Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna start now. On my own, pretending he's inside me. All alone, I hump myself till morning.
Oh.
Out him, I feel his legs around me. And when I lose my way, I close my eyes and picture Idris Elba. The lube, my dildo shines like silver. All my cats are locked outside my bedroom. In the darkness, I ride my phantom boyfriend, and all I see is him in me forever and forever.
Yes, God.
And I know it's only in my mind that I'm grinding on myself and not on him. And although I know this hand is mine, still I say there's a way for us. I want him, but when the moment's over, he is gone. My pillow's smashed to pancakes. Without him, the room around me changes. The cats are scared, my underwear is hanging by a thread. Want him, but every night I'm learning. When I come, it's only from pretending. Without me, his dick will go on swinging. A world that's full of intercourse that I will never know. I fucked him. I fucked him. I fucked him only on my own. That's all I have. Oh my God!
Encore.
I don't like jizz. I might write more. I will never may do this again.
Keep it going for Joanna, everybody.
Encore.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I love it. I love whenever people incorporate music into this show. It's always awesome, and I loved it better than the original, honestly, especially the final outro. Touching, very touching. No pun intended. Okay, we're moving right along. This guy is awesome. Got to do some fun little comedy projects with him via the web this past year, and it's been a blast. Can't wait to do more stuff with him in person. Give it up for your friend and mine, Matthew Patrick Torres.
Yay!
Yay! I'm really bad at internet. What's up, Seth? Am I allowed to talk to you?
Yeah, you can talk to me.
Oh, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I just asked because your little microphone has a red line through it.
Oh yeah, I have a crazy setup with a nice camera, and then I use my mic through my laptop.
Yeah, I'm not good at this. I don't feel like I'm not advancing with this online stuff. Do you know what I noticed? How long have we known each other now? Like 2 years?
About 2 years. I feel like ever since you said that I had really nice eyes when you performed at the store, and then couldn't perform the rest of your set because you were lost in my eyes. That was the first
I
time.
noticed that we're starting to turn into like the same guy. Look at our whole like like we have the same
I like the
cookie
bills. You like the bowls. Oh
cookie cutter personality. We got a beard, a hat, a little beanie. This is you looking into like 5 years from now. When you get older, you're gonna.
And a sleeve. I need to up my game though with this sleeve.
Yeah, this is way better than your shirt.
I just have Elf, Buddy the Elf, Narwhal, Christmas sweater.
Yeah, I feel like every time I'm on so this is one of the couple like third time I guess I'm on it. I like never fully understand the concept. I feel like I'm definitely like I guess I'm not old yet. I'm in my 30s, but like technology is like passing me by. Like I do not get it. Remember like so for the other people here, so he did another one of these and during quarantine, and I just uploaded my own video that was like the best stand-up I've ever done. and then just let it play. And then like I knew like he's too polite to be mean to me, and he was like he didn't want to tell me that I didn't understand what I was doing. So I watched like everyone do like these quarantine things, and then mine was just like a clip from like the Laugh Factory or something. And
Yours was the only one with like a full crowd. Everyone else was like them recording it in their room.
It was painful. Even now, I feel like I'm not following the same like Maddy and that other person. They all have like really good like presentation for online. I like Maddy's name. That's like what I would like to name my daughter if I had a daughter. I have like really old guy things I want to talk about. Maddy's, I don't know. It's like, is Maddy the female? Hey, can I talk to you, Maddy, or is that okay?
Yeah, what's going on?
Is that the female version of Matthew? Do you know?
I don't know. I've seen it spelled a bunch of different ways. Like I've seen female versions of it spelled Mattie, but I also have a cousin who spells it Mattie. So I think you can kind of do like, I think it's kind of like a Tyler or Riley type of situation. It kind of fits wherever you want it to. So
is your real name Madeline?
Madeline, yeah.
All right. So when you meet my daughter in like a year or two, I'm sure her name will be Maddy. And I'll be like, oh, she was named after Maddy Lanning from Seth's show.
I can't wait to meet her. I'm excited. A namesake.
Yeah, hopefully like my wife doesn't really get aggressive or take that in kind of weird way. But
yeah,
she's
I don't know how it goes.
She's a very aggressive lady. Am I doing this right, Seth? Did I just go through everybody? Jeff, I saw you in there. Jeff?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, bro?
Nothing much.
I'm only used to seeing you in real life at every comedy show.
Yeah.
How's it going? Is that what your house looks like?
Well, part of it, I live in a condo on the Gold Coast.
What? Man, now I'm poor. That sounds awesome. Can I come over?
Maybe.
No? Do you guys all know Jeff? Jeff's like I don't know. Jeff's like a Chicago comedy staple to me.
100%.
I've seen him at more shows than like other comics. He's pretty. I appreciate you, Jeff. You're cool.
Oh, thank you.
Does my house look cool?
It seems cool. Yeah, I especially like all the sports memorabilia you have behind you.
Yeah, I'm trying to use it as like a personality. I don't have much going on. I just come and ruin every Seth's online show every couple of weeks. That's what I've been doing for quarantine. Even now, Seth's probably just like dying inside, but he's so polite.
Oh no, it's great. I enjoy it. You're breaking the third wall there. Or fourth.
I actually looked through the whole so I don't know how to use this, so I was like looking for other people to talk to. Like Ray Morgan, she was awesome. That was pretty fun, and I felt really uncomfortable with that because I'm just not. I don't know. It felt inappropriate. I'm very old, I guess. I like when you guys talk, it makes me feel really young. Like when she was saying she had sex with all those people, I've just been having sex with just my wife for like the last 10 years. So like that's been great. And we're trying to make a little Maddy, I guess, and bring it over to Jeff's house. That's pretty much all I got going. What else? I was trying to think of like, it's hard to do stand-up in here because you don't get like the immediate feedback. So I was just like thinking of other little stories that I have with you, Seth. So the other stories I thought of, remember, so before other people that are in here, before me and Seth became weird friends, we like had each other's credit cards for some reason. I don't know how it happened. We didn't meet each other, but we had each other's credit cards. I think like the bar gave me his credit card and he had mine. And then we got our phone numbers through a third party and we just kept each other's credit cards for a long time. It was really weird. Like he even like said I could use it. It was weird. That's how nice Seth is.
I was using yours a lot though, so to be.
It felt pretty even, and then we actually did. I think you used mine in an accident, or vice versa, and I just put it as a fraudulent charge. So I like saved money. So everything worked out for me. Should I end it like, thanks guys, that's my time? I'll be watching the rest of you guys. It was nice to meet you guys. I'll be better when you see me in real life.
Keep it going for Matthew Patrick Torres, everybody. Oh boy. All right, let's see. Oh boy. Good stuff. Yeah, we know each other for a bit. It's been a goofy, wild time. I appreciate you, Matt. It's good to see you. And I look forward to meeting your kids soon. I guess I'll be the godfather now.
Maddy.
Yeah, exactly. Maddy's godfather. Seti. Perfect. Let's keep moving along here. Next comedian coming to the Zoom stage is a dear friend of mine from DC. Now we used to hang out a lot and go to concerts and be cool people. Now we don't do that as much, but hopefully we'll do it more in the future. She's hilarious. I'm excited. Go nuts for Erica Geiser, everybody.
Woo! Yeah.
I don't even know that.
Hey. Well, this is really embarrassing because my set was also a lot of questions to make Seth uncomfortable. So I might have to think of something else. But just a word of warning, I'm in a hotel right now and there's a really bad Wi-Fi connection. And I've been getting like kicked off during everyone's set. So if it happens during mine, Seth, just move on. I'll tell the rest of my jokes to my dog. So it'll be okay. But yeah, COVID, it's been wrecking all our lives, and it's finally at the point we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Like vaccines are going out. I feel really good about that. And I'm starting to think in my mind about like what life afterward might be like. And I know there's so many like COVID things I've gotten so used to, like these Zoom calls and things like that. So I think I have an invention idea for when this is all over. I'm gonna have a selfie stick with a mirror on it. So when I'm having like a real conversation with somebody, I can still see a small version of myself. and look at that instead of them the whole time we're talking. I think that's going to help me really like ease into normal life again. I know for a lot of people, like their like closest relationships have like strengthened, but a lot of us, we just like don't have our relationships with strangers anymore, which I really, really miss. Like not too long ago, I actually like had my feelings hurt by a stranger, and it made me feel good because like, you know, like lately in COVID, it's like really just been my closest friends and family that have been hurting my feelings, but it happened with a stranger and I was like, wow. So I've been working from home and my desk is right next to the window of my apartment, which faces a busy street. And so I can always catch like 10 seconds of any conversations people are passing by. And this one person, I overheard them say, and I just don't like this building. About my building. It was devastating. It was devastating. But I am on a road trip right now, so I have had a couple opportunities to interact with strangers. And this one isn't even a joke, but it's just my favorite kind of interaction with like a customer service person. So it was, it's when like they finish talking to somebody else who's also a customer, and then just immediately talk shit about them with you, the other customer. I love it so much. I'm like, yes, thank you for recognizing that I am on your side. Like I'm the person who will like peek my head out of a line to make, what did I write here? Oh yeah, commiserative eye contact with somebody after like another customer acts up. I'm like, I saw that too. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Another like stranger interaction I love is when a stranger just like confesses something to you right away because you're not a person that matters in their life or that they think they'll ever see again. And that happened to me on this trip too, at a different hotel. We had to like basically like sign a contract if you had pets, and there were a bunch of rules. One of which was only one dog per room. And so I was walking my dog into the room and like chit-chatting with this stranger, and she was like, oh, what kind of dog is that? And I told her, and I was like, and what kind of dog do you have? And she just goes, don't tell anyone, but I got 3 chihuahuas, but I'm counting them as one. And I did not, I swear to you, that is exactly what happened. I did not change any of the details of that story to protect her or her identity. She shouldn't have trusted me. Yeah, on this road trip, I saw a sign that I just can't get out of my mind. It was, you see a lot of, I'm driving to the South, you see a lot of Jesus signs, yes. But this one says, Jesus can be trusted. And I was like, well, yeah, that was always my read on Jesus until you said that. And now maybe I don't trust him. And I want to believe that it's like a very, very clever genius, maybe the devil, who wants to undermine Jesus's reputation, but like not look bad in the process. It's like saying Jesus can be trusted. Like immediately I'm like, what did he do? So I feel like a funny thing to do would be like the next time, if you like really want to fuck with your friend, the next time you see their spouse or girlfriend, just be like, I swear to you, Seth did not cheat on you. And then just leave them alone. That'll really fuck them up. I think that might be it. I've got like a whole bunch of writing on here, but I think I went through it all and I'm surprised I didn't get booted off. But thanks, everybody.
Keep it going for Erica, everyone.
Yes. Woo!
Woo! Oh man, yeah, please. I'm not to be trusted. Please spread the word. No, it's great to see you again. That's awesome. Hope your doggo is doing good, and I miss her. Let's see. We got more jokes ahead. Buckle up, baby. Coming up next is a Schtick veteran. She's hysterical. I'm curious to hear about how her holiday season was, possibly through her jokes. We'll see. Only one way to find out. Give it up for Dirks.
Yay! Hey.
There we go.
Wow, I look fuzzy. I can't talk about my holiday because my family will get mad. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go right into it. I went to Iowa to spend Christmas with my two sisters. We had a little sister's Christmas. And what I learned was that the movie Hocus Pocus isn't actually that far-fetched. It's just an exaggerated story of three single sisters spending a holiday together, and they don't know how to cook. So they just throw a bunch of shit in a big pot and wish for the best. And while they wait for whatever it is they're boiling, they dust off some stories of old ex-boyfriends and gab about who's still a virgin. I always forget how soft the water is in my hometown. A lot of the houses there have water softeners. And I love water that's soft, so I have no complaints. The only thing I have to say about it is every time I go home and I'm showering, I have the same thought, which is, who invented the water softener? Like, who one day showered so hard and entered their tub so quickly that they broke all their toes and thought to themselves, you know what could be softer? Water. We had Christmas family Zoom. So my sisters were in one house and my parents another, and my brother and his family in another. But when my parents logged on to our Zoom, they showed up in two different Zoom squares. Turns out they were at two separate computers while sitting in the same living room. So I guess they got a quarantine divorce. My mom is the queen of giving us Christmas gifts that we didn't ask for. So we just accept them and thank her. And then usually when we get home, they are swiftly donated or given to someone or sold. And every so often she'll check in to see if we still have that gift, as if to say, you better not have given away that as seen on TV 10 brush set. And it seems like this year she's caught on that we have been giving stuff away because a lot of our surprise gifts were from a place called the Personalization Mall. So what I'm asking is, does anyone want a fleece blanket that says Rob, Julie, Eric, Sarah, Lori, Brooke, Kylie, Bennett, Chloe, and Billy, the Dirks family on it? The holidays always remind me of my time as a reluctant Catholic. And if they don't, the decorations on my parents' walls do. And to show them that I think about religion on my own, here are a few things I sometimes think about. I think the most sinful person in the Bible, in my opinion, is the artist that made Jesus pose that long on the cross while he carved him out of wood. And I ran that joke by my family, which is always a really good idea. And my dad and my siblings were like, yeah, we like it. And my mom was like, it's not funny to make fun of someone's crucifixion. And I was like, okay, first of all, it is. Secondly, this isn't just anyone's crucifixion. It's not like a normal story of a normal crucifixion, whatever that might be. And third, did he not rise again? So he's fine. You can't tell me that if you witnessed your friend die while he was horsing around with a bunch of his other friends wearing only a loincloth and flip-flops, and then he returned 3 days later, bigger, better, and a god, that you couldn't laugh about it together over some bread and wine. And another thing, if we're so worried about Jesus, maybe we should stop softening the water that he's trying to walk on. I believe in heaven. Thank you for asking. Some people say when you die, you'll be reunited with your loved ones who went before you, but is that what we really want? I don't know if I want to be a good person my whole life and then die just to end up back in the 3-bedroom house on Park Lane. Only this time I'm with Rob, Julie, Eric, Sarah, Lori, Brooke, Kylie, Kobu, Billy, Bennett, my 14 dead gerbils, and my whole extended family. Wouldn't it be maddening though if you did want to reunite with someone in heaven, say like your grandma, and then when you get to heaven, you find out that you can die again in heaven? So you'd show up at the gates and you'd be sad but also excited, and you'd be like, God, it does kind of suck I died. I'm gonna miss TikTok and real life and normal shoes and stuff like that, but at least I get to see my grandma again. And then God's like, oh, you didn't hear? She died. And you're like, again? Yes. Yes, do you want to know how? I feel like I'm reading you guys a weird story I wrote. I'm so sorry. Yes, do you want to know how she died? No, spare me, but can you tell me what she was wearing? Just a loincloth and a pair of flip-flops. Oh, okay, so we can expect her back in about 3 days. That's it, you guys.
We're going for Dirks, everybody. Oh man, we got a little taste into Dirk talking to God in heaven. What I wanted to hear tonight. I love it. Oh man, we are chugging along, and we've come to our final comic of the evening. She's hysterical. I'm very excited to have her here tonight. So let's give it up for Chelsea Woodmansee. I gotta find you. Stand by.
Hang on, mistletoe.
Oh, hello everyone. I had like 3 White Claws while everybody else was going, and then I changed my background to this like glamour shot, and then I was like, Grandma's jacket's just calling my name in the closet. So here we go. I feel like a real Chicagoan now. I fucking love when the fur coats get busted out here. I'm from Oregon originally, and we do not do that. Everything is made out of goose down and black labs and Subarus. And so now I feel like it's true Chicagoan. Anyway, that's not really me. I'm just a little tipsy. So I had all day to write this set, and really all month, because Seth asked me a while ago. Did I do it? No. While everyone was going, I just made some notes. So here we go. Also, it's just so weird, and I love it. Like, my boyfriend is watching TV in the kitchen, and he's gonna hear all the probably semi-rude stuff I say about him, and then we'll just deal with that afterwards. Excuse me. I don't have children. I don't know if that was obvious. I don't have children, and I realized though, like, I've always enjoyed the bathroom. It's like my time. Also, I have a squatty potty, so you know that I dedicate like a lot of time when I'm in there to doing things properly. And I recently realized like why moms love the bathroom so much, because I'm like, oh my God, like I don't. And let me just make this clear: my boyfriend's unemployed, so the bathroom has become a very safe spot for me to just like have my me time, because otherwise I think I would just scream, like whisper scream, stop asking me where stuff is, you know. We both live here. It's a tiny apartment, there's 2 rooms in it. Stop asking me where stuff is. I recently realized this is why I don't have children, mostly because I just like my phone is full of pictures of food and not other people. But also I recently found out like this is how I am perceived by people that do have children. My friend handed me her baby not that long ago to hold. And as she's handing me the baby, she's like, don't drop him. I'm not, what? Like, even people that really love babies and want to hold your babies, they are thinking that the whole time. Like, don't stress me out. Even people that are really good with kids are holding the baby, and inside they're like, God, I don't want to drop this baby. So obviously that was the first thought in my mind. I felt very vulnerable. I felt very seen, and in a very negative way. Don't drop the baby. I realize I'm very spoiled. Like I've gotten to experience this whole quarantine with a partner. We live together. We have a really great house. As you can see, things are going really well here. We live a very rich lifestyle. What was I gonna say? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I realized that, you know, a lot of people have had, like, they've been living alone during this whole pandemic, and I don't envy you, and I'm also so proud of you that you're all still here, because my God, there was a time when my boyfriend was gone for 3 hours and I work from home, and because I was alone, I did every character imaginable to every person I talked to on the phone. Like, I work in sales. It's very boring. I sell GPS tracking units to trucking companies. Yeah, fucking boring and weird. But I take the opportunity when I'm home alone to just be every character I can possibly be. And then when my boyfriend does return, I end up projecting those characters on him. My office is right outside the bathroom. So anytime my boyfriend goes to the bathroom, when he comes out, I slap my headset on and I'm like, oh, did you have a good one? Do you want me to schedule one for 3 p.m.? Okay. Oh, sorry. That's the couch from the living room. They are ready for you. But I will say this, I'm very grateful. I have a good life. Obviously, we've covered that. I feel like a lot of people around this time of year, what is it called when people are like, they want to hook up for the holiday? It's like cuffing or something. Am I saying that wrong?
Yeah.
Cuffing. I always want to say cucking, and that is something totally different. It's cuffing. I always think cufflinks. I don't know what that means. My life isn't that good. I don't have cufflinks. But I hear so many people just like, oh, you're so lucky, you're in a relationship, and like, yeah, totally. But let me tell you one of the downsides. This is very minor, but this is just the thing you need to remember. I was trying to tell a stupid story the other day to somebody that's like in my COVID pod, and it was about Halloween, and it was about me getting really stoned and going around and critiquing all the candy that people had left out for kids and stuff. And I was just trying to make it, you know, it's not a good story to tell you, but I'm going to tell it. You know, it was essentially somebody put out take fives, and I think those are the worst. And I mumbled, take your own life. And it was funny either. But I was trying to regale this tale to my friend that was here. And my boyfriend interrupted me. And I was like, you know, it's like Reese's. They make Reese's, they all make take five. And he interrupted me and he was like, well, you know, Reese's are just part of the Hershey company. And we were like, are you happy? Are you proud? Do you feel like that story is good now because everybody knows that Reese's is part of Hershey? No. Take a minute. Take a minute. I will never get back what you took from me. And I just want people to remember to maybe single isn't that bad. Okay. There's nobody interrupting your stories or scheduling your poops or telling you that the couch misses you from the living room. I don't know. I've been dabbling in the pot a lot. I don't normally talk about it, but like it has been so great. I've taken a lot of like sobriety breaks just from drinking, but I still do the pot. And what I really love is like the innocence and purity of the thoughts that come along with doing pot. For example, I was out the other day. I could take a lot of long walks through my neighborhood. Again, luxurious lifestyle. I have that privilege. I take long walks and I drink a lot of water throughout the day. And always what happens to me is, you know, I'm out somewhere, I'm a few miles away, and then I'm like, oh God, I have to pee so bad. And I was so high the other day, I legitimately had a plan for myself moving forward. I was like, you know what, Chelsea, you know what I own a Shiwi. And if you don't know what a Shiwi is, I'm not going to tell you, you can look it up. I see a couple faces going, yes, bitch, I know what a Shiwi is. I was like, I'm just going to bring one with me on these long walks so that next time I have to go, I can just go with ease, you know? And then I came down off of my high and I was like, oh my God, Chelsea, we were almost the Shiwi lady. Like we were almost the person that was like justifying just like peeing in public because I own a Shiwi. That's not okay. Don't be the Shiwi lady. But when you're high, you're like, I am a genius. This is the best idea anyone has ever had. What I also love are innocent thoughts. Like I had one the other day and again, I don't know why I spend so much time thinking about children because I will never have them. No, thank you. But what did I think? Oh, I know what I thought. I was like, you know what's a lost art? Peekaboo. A lost art. And then I went even deeper into the pot thinking, and then I was like, wait a minute, what if that's why I have anxiety? Because I feel like kids today, they're not growing up with peekaboo. They're like, I do sign language and I'm multilingual, and I'm like, you little bastards. Like, I chewed on things that were covered in lead paint and I played peekaboo. And then I was like, what if that's why I have anxiety? Because my parents were like, oh, where are we? Oh, we're here now. And I was like, I just need more stability. Anyway, those are my stone thoughts. You know what? I have some notes, but I'm not going to read them. Comedy during quarantine has been so weird. Seth, this is really a wonderful platform. Thank you so much for having everybody. What did I want to end on? Oh, I'll share a good little quick one with you guys. I never used to smoke weed or drink or do anything. I was a really, really good kid. And then and my parents were like fairly strict. And I remember my mom, anytime we left the house, she was always like, where are you going and who are you going to be with? And this is before cellular telephones, kids. Actually, that's a lie. I had a like green Nokia and it was just like a fucking brick. It was awesome. And you just play Snake and there was no texting. Anyway, I sound really old. I'm 37 for the record and very sexual. My parents were very strict. They always wanted to know where I was going. If I was riding a bike anywhere, my mom would be like, I don't care how dorky you feel, you wear that helmet. Like, cars are 10-ton bullets, you know. Giving me the whole spiel. And then my parents discovered weed when I was like, you know, probably like 17, 18, something like that. And I will never forget this. This is my favorite phrase. We use it in my family all the time now. You used to get the spiel from my mom before you were going anywhere. And then they discovered weed. I will never forget the day I was walking out of the house. My mom and dad are lying on homemade Harry Potter bean bags that my mom had made for the both of them. They are higher than a kite. Their eyes look like little baby butts, just puffy little slits. And they were both eating nachos like off of their chest, like little otters. And I was like bracing myself for the spiel. I was like, all right, here we go. And I was like, okay, I'm going out. I'm going to hang out with my boyfriend. We're going to, it was the equivalent of Denny's. I was like, we're going to Sherry's. We're going to order some fries and talk about butts. I don't know. Well, you know, I'll be back by midnight. Here's blah, blah, blah. And I will never forget this. My mom just looked at me and she goes, okay, seatbelts, helmets, condoms, bye, get out, go. That was it. So now whenever we're going somewhere in our family or we wish someone well, we just say seatbelts, helmets, condoms. So I say unto you, audience and fellow comedians, seatbelts, helmets, condoms for the rest of 2020. And I love you all.
See everybody.
Woo!
Awesome background and coat. All right, guys. We saw a bunch of amazing performers tonight, so I'm going to read the list again. Follow these guys on Instagram. You're going to see them perform in Chicago coming up, or even all over the country. We'll see where they end up. But we had Maddy Lanning, Ray Morgan, Joanna Clark, Matthew Patrick Torres, Erica Geiser, Sara Dirks, Chelsea K. Myers, and Chelsea Woodmansee. They were all awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to keep this going. Hopefully, eventually, we'll be back live again. I know that Shuba said when they reopen, which will be maybe March-ish, they will host us again in some capacity. So we'll figure it out there. Maybe try and do another show somewhere else. We'll keep doing this the last Tuesday of each month, though. So if you guys are interested in performing again, or if you've never performed at all or on the show and want to do it, just hit me up on Facebook, Schtick Comedy. I think it's called Schtick Chicago, actually. We got $45 in donations tonight. Hell yeah. Thank you guys for donating. I'm going to match it. So really, we made $90 for annoyance tonight. I'll probably just make a cool $100 because I love that place and I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you again in 2021. Have a great New Year's. Have a safe New Year's. We love you. I'm going to play more of Dying Happily because I love that song. And you guys have a great night. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Seth.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Great sets, everybody.
Great job, everybody.
That's
Bye-bye.